It's nice for young people, this beach. Her voice was leathery too. That's why we come here. Isn't it, dear? Cheryl blinked. Neither the woman nor the man with the hammer could be mistaken for young people, even if you were feeling particularly charitable. My family seemed to like it, said Cheryl, mostly to fill the silence. We all get dragged down here every year. The woman tilted her face up towards Cheryl, and the girl got a brief look at the lower half of it, split into a dizzying smile. Bright red lipstick, the colour of poisoned apples in a Disney film, and a sharp, unforgiving chin. She got a glance at skin that looked wrong, stretched somehow, and then the woman had bent back to apply lotion to her legs. The beach, the sun, continued the woman, the sea, candy floss, hot dogs, ice cream. There's nothing else like it. Everyone should get to see the beach. Don't you think? I guess. Cheryl thought everyone should get to see Disney World, not a poxy seaside town on the southeast coast of England, but the woman seemed very taken with the idea. Even bad girls get to go to the beach. Something about the way the woman said bad girls made Cheryl frown, but her attention was taken by the tarp. It seemed to twitch as though suddenly caught by the wind, except it was safely behind the windbreaks. What? Said Cheryl, distracted. The woman snapped the lid back on her suntan lotion. For the first time, Cheryl noticed that there was a box open by her leg. It looked a little like a larger version of the sewing kit her mum kept in her crafting box, only messier. There was a large pair of scissors with orange plastic handles, several bobbins wound with black and yellow thread, a rusty-looking thimble. It struck her that this was an odd thing to take to the beach, but perhaps that was how the woman relaxed, with embroidery, something like that. I expect you think yourself too old for the beach, said the woman. She glanced up again, smiling, and Cheryl found herself smiling back. Too old for sandcastles and crabbing, sweetheart? I guess so. Cheryl shrugged. My cousins still like it, but... How old are you, dear? 15. You'd rather be on your phone, looking at grown-up things. Cheryl bristled slightly. This was too close to the regular complaints she endured from her dad about how much time she spent glued to her phone. But the woman was chuckling warmly to herself, as though she were fond of Cheryl and her quirky ways. You have no idea how very young you really are. That's one of the gifts of the very young. You don't know that the sand is even in your hands, let alone that it is running through your fingers. Okay. Cheryl glanced over to the tall man, who still hadn't spoken. He was looking off down the beach, as if he'd heard the conversation many times before. I suppose I should go back to my family. They'll be wanting to get started on their sandwiches. Suddenly, the tarp began to thrash back and forth so violently that Cheryl felt herself take an involuntary hop backwards. There was a muffled, moaning sound. Hey! What? You see... The woman looked up, her red lips creased with displeasure. For the first time, Cheryl could see her entire face, and every bit of warmth seemed to drain out of her body. You see what thanks I get for my generosity? I get shenanigans, malarkey, disobedience. Too late, Cheryl realised that the tall man had vanished from his spot by the windbreaks. She had a moment to look back at the tarp, still thrashing, still moaning, and then a pair of strong arms closed around her from behind, and she was lifted, kicking, into the sky. Chapter 1. Now. When I saw the old sign for the caravan park, big brown cartoon letters and a colourful cartoon parrot, of all things, as if parrots were native to the chilly southeastern coast, it was like being kicked in the gut, and I had to pull over, a cold sweat breaking out across my forehead and back. Katie, safely buckled up in the back seat, leaned forward far enough that I heard the seatbelt click. What's the matter, Auntie Charlie? I'm fine. I just need a second to think. Immediately I could see how stupid this sounded. We were parked up...